And you're welcome back to the Middlemen of Jurors. My case. Natasha's petition dead on arrival. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions, as on Wednesday, 5th of March, 2025, dismissed the sexual harassment petition filed by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan against Senate President Goodwill Akpabio. During a hearing at the National Assembly on Wednesday, the committee chairman, Senator Neda Imasuen, declared that the petition was dead on arrival, citing a breach of Order 40 of the Senate Standing Orders. According to Imasuen, Akpoti-Uduaghan signed the petition herself instead of having it endorsed by another individual, rendering it procedurally invalid. As far as the petition is against the Senate President, who did not resign as President or step aside for the investigations, no one expects any committee to go against him. I mean, there were protesters, let's call them encouragers, for Akpabio at the Senate on Wednesday, who didn't even know what he did, but said on national TV that they supported him. Some of his encouragers even supported Senator Natasha. Obviously, they may have been paid encouragers, right? Just there to do the work they were paid to do without knowing what they were protesting for. There were protesters on Senator Natasha's side too. They argued that the Senate President ought to resign. Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has sued the Senate President for defamation and accused him of sexual harassment on national TV, describing what had transpired between her and the Senate President in his home with her husband not too far away. Her husband escorted her to plenary on Wednesday, obviously in support of his wife. Akpabio's wife, former First Lady of Akwa Ibom State, Ekaite Akpabio, is also supporting her husband. She said Natasha's claims on TV on Friday, 21st of February 2025 were not true, that her husband is very disciplined and respects her. Natasha responded saying to Ekaite Akpabio to let her husband defend himself. A few other prominent women are defending Akpabio. Senator Itagiwa, who said female senators have passed sexual harassment. Senator Olujimi from Ekiti State, who said the Senate is for older people, not young ones. And even Senator Ireti Kinjibe, who is neither here nor there. However, female groups led by prominent politicians like Obi Ozekwesili, pastors Nike Adeyemi, and so on, are also asking that sexual harassment should not be covered nor downplayed. As of today, the Senate committee that ought to look into the matter has suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti for 6 months, denying her constituents of representation for the next 6 months. My verdict: let Senator Akpabio have his day in court. Luckily, he doesn't have immunity against prosecution. Let the courts decide whether Natasha does not have enough evidence to prove her allegations and if he has no case to answer. All other encouragers or protesters should allow us breathe. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions should have told Natasha how to correct her petition and really investigated the matter. Maybe that would happen if Akpabio steps down and they're not trying to please him. They ought not to have also suspended her for 6 months. They should, because right now it looks like the victim is being further victimized.
Well, it's an ongoing case. I think it ended or has reached an anticlimax. That suspension, I don't know how to feel about it. I thought if you presented a case not well filed, I think barrister will help us on that. You go back and refile and
and then she came back on Thursday. She represented. Okay. So what they complained about, which was that she didn't have it endorsed by another individual. She now came back on Thursday, the 6th of March, and she now had it endorsed by her constituents from Kogi Central.
Yes, I'm aware of that. And she also came in the company of that darling husband of hers.
That she was kissing and what's the word? Was doing them.
Yes, I watched that, and I thought that was a very touching moment for especially those who are her sympathizers. But my comment on this is if we have barrister there, but if as cited by Senator Imasuen of the Senate Rules, Section 40, subsection 4, she is not to sign by herself. That's a procedural error. Does that nullify
the entire petition?
Presentation of a petition?
God bless you.
That's where I'm wondering. Otherwise, I'm on the side that so far, let transparency be followed. Sometimes it is issues like this that throw up precedents not contemplated at the cooking of rules when they were written. All rules are tested, amended, and then rewritten again. Maybe we get some legal insight from barrister.
I'm not a lawyer, but I know that Senate rules that is supposed to help guide, their meetings cannot supersede law. Sexual harassment is a crime, right? She's suing him for defamation. Sexual harassment, I don't know if she joins that to her case, but now you're throwing out the entire petition because of just one rule of the Senate.
The ethics committee, have they sat yet before the suspension took place?
Well, so they sat on Wednesday, 5th of March, right? They said they invited her and she didn't show up. But the person who was supposed to preside over the meeting also didn't show up for a 2 p.m. meeting till 2:58. Hence, they immediately started contemplating suspending her from Wednesday. I don't know if they sat. By Thursday, when she came back with her reformed petition with her name on it and endorsed by her constituents, at the meeting, again, Senator Akpabio is the accused. He should not be presiding over a Senate where he has been accused. He shouldn't. I don't think it's ethical anywhere. At that meeting, while they were going to then read out their summations, she wanted to speak. They did not allow her.
Was she still wrongly seated?
Well, she was seated where they put her at the back still.
let's barrister, your take.
Audio. We can't hear him.
What was the second?
Hold on.
He knows they are having an audio problem. You saw they were trying to sort it without you and I.
Okay, we'll forget the talk, but barrister go like put mouth for this one.
Wait,
this suspension is hasty.
Yes, now.
No,
Are you hearing me?
Now we can hear. So how did the thing mute?
Yes. Speak again.
Yes, so they
Wait. Let me count you down now.
Senate.
Hold on, sir.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
The Senate approach to this, the ethics committee on this, is very wrong. They are very dismissive, and I don't like their approach at all. Their approach is biased, very biased. You see, when you file a petition under 40 Rule 4 of the House Rule, it's supposed to be endorsed by a third party, not to be signed by. It's supposed to be signed by any other person other than the senators who agree. Okay, that's what the rule says. Okay, but now you have a procedural error. What you need to ask her to come and redirect the petition, not to say it is dead on arrival. The kernel of the issue has not been dealt with.
Very true.
That is why I talk about legislative illiteracy. There's a huge deposit of illiteracy in our legislature. Look at Rivers State. The other day, they are giving the executive ultimatum to come and submit a budget. Budget is an executive bill. You don't give the executive any ultimatum to come and submit it to you. The same thing is happening at the ethics, the House of Ethics now. You see the legislative illiteracy. Somebody, even in court, when you file a process, in the court, they will never allow you to leave. They will say, this thing is not well signed, take it back.
Let them sign it properly.
But for that opportunity, I understand because it's in the house, in the floor. You submit it in the floor. Nobody has seen the details.
Yeah.
So the moment it's referred to the ethics committee, the committee looks at it and says, no, there's a procedural error here. Put a phone call to her. It is not even supposed to come to the public. Call her on phone. Now there's an error. Let her come and correct the error so that we can proceed with it. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't come on national TV and say that it's dead on arrival. What is dead?
God bless you, sir.
What is dead on arrival? Final of the issue have not been built, not sacrifice justice in the author of technicalities. It's wrong to do so.
Very true.
So that case has to be determined.
Now that she has been suspended, is that legal?
To determine it?
is it legal to suspend the senator?
Her suspension is from sitting. She has not been suspended as a lawmaker. Nobody can suspend her as a lawmaker.
Okay.
But she can be suspended from plenary. She can be suspended from plenary. And committee legislation and all their works. Yes, she can suspend her on that. But as to the fact that she's a senator, you cannot suspend her. It's only her constitution that can recall her.
Yeah.
Okay. They also give another reason that the matter has been filed in court. Therefore, they have no jurisdiction to determine it in pari passu with the court in question. That is tenable. But Senator Natasha came out yesterday and said that she has not filed any case on this.
On sexual harassment.
On the issue. Yes, she said she has not filed any court in the land. So I don't know why the Senate. Yes, I don't know why the Senate got on where they are saying that they are, except perhaps for the one for Akpabio who threatened that she was going to court. I don't know whether she filed a case or whatever.
I think she has filed that case.
As we speak today, neither Akpabio nor Natasha had filed any case on the matter under reference.
Very true. So it's not sub judice to go and investigate her petition.
Okay. I don't know, but I think at this stage they may have irked more women to speak out. Look at the list you gave us, Eze Kwesili and the rest of them.
Of course. And guess what? It is the International Women's Day this Saturday, March 8th, right? Natasha. We support Natasha is our topic. Not because she has proven her case anywhere. Like she mentioned, she hasn't even taken the sexual harassment case to court. What she took to court was defamation when she was talking about how she was unjustly unseated in the Senate. Senator Akpabio's aides made some defamatory statements, which is why she went to court, right?
She was moved out by...
So it's because she told the story of sexual harassment on national TV that Ekaite Akpabio came out and said, oh, yeah, I'm going to sue you to court for also defaming my husband, blah, blah, blah. That she also now came to file the petition at the Senate. Because, I mean, in a class, if you say, JUROR INNOCENT has beaten me, and you want to go and report to the Nigerian president, you say, have you told your class teacher? Have you told your principal? That there are stages. So she's filing the petition first on the floor of the House. Now, the issue is this. Even if she has exaggerated her case, for instance, because there's one other senator who said he was in Senator Akpabio's house when this meeting happened, that Senator Akpabio never held Senator Natasha, so he does not know where the case of sexual harassment is coming from. The way the case is now being treated, right? You are now giving her a case because it obviously looks like victimization. As the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions really sat in the 2 days. One day you said the petition is dead on arrival, and then that is sub judice. Then the next day you come and present that, oh, your summation is that she should be suspended from plenary for 6 months. Okay.
On the flip side, I would like to commend Dame Ekaite Akpabio for standing by her husband. It's something commendable at a time like this. But I would also say that for the sanctity and sanity of that hallowed chamber, perhaps they should work out a political solution. It's decent for all of us in Nigeria that this kind of case is not prolonged. The longer, the messier. This is a political case.
Let them look for. You are commending her for standing by her husband.
Well,
the wife should have investigated to know that the husband.
Juror Rabbi, you know that even if your husband is wrong publicly, it seems a moral thing to stand by him. But I would prefer that she had kept quiet. No. Because if they now investigate and your husband is found to be guilty, you will also lose your reputation by that marriage for standing by him. There are sometimes that silence is just golden, because this is not the first accusation against her husband of sexual misconduct. We remember NDDC MD Joy Nunue. She slapped the Akpabio. Remember when Akpabio was in the 8th Assembly led by Senator Olubukola Saraki, he was also shouting like Natasha that he was removed and put in one seat. So what Natasha is shouting about, and she's saying, all of this harassment is because I refuse to sleep with you. It's not a case to be thrown under the rug. It's a case to be well investigated
with this
and established.
Is it that the case is now thrown away?
No, I think she ought to now go and file it in court. And Nigerian women were standing by Natasha until she's proven to be wrong. Please.
Okay, and Senator Godfrey Akpabio is also innocent until proven guilty.
Nigerian men can go and stand by him.
So many women are against her.
I've called their names now. Unfortunately, a senator is always a senator. Senator Itagiwa, well respected, mother. I mean, was saying that the Senate it has passed the. Was it in her own days that the Senate was ripe for sexual harassment?
Nobody can pass the level of sexual harassment.
God bless you.
As long as you are
I don't understand how.
Interesting twist. People had, in quote, called Senator Ereti Kingibe Senator Akpabio's victim before. She seemed to be rallying behind.
So she's now defending him. She's neither here nor there. She said that she doesn't know of sexual harassment in the house, and that she called Senator Natasha. She didn't pick up her call. She didn't return her call. That's neither here nor there. That she didn't pick up your call does not mean that
nothing has been established.
Yes, it does not mean that Natasha does not have a case. The onus of proof is on the accuser. Let Natasha prove her case. Don't victimize her. Don't ask her to shut up. Don't ask her to shut up.
Yes, Barrister.
Natasha is a victim of envy and jealousy. Largely so. She's the only vibrant woman in the house who is taking on different men.
Unfortunately,
and that is how a parliamentarian should be. A parliamentarian should be firebrand. You should be firebrand. You should know your onions. You know that you represent the constituency. You should never be shortchanged, and that's exactly what she's doing. So I'm not saying anything wrong that she has done, because if I were to be in that house, I would do more worse things. I would do more things than what I think she's doing, because a lot of things are wrong.
If a dog bites a human, it's not news. If a human bites a dog, it becomes news. If Senator Akpabio was the one accusing Natasha of sexually harassing him, maybe it would have been, oh my goodness, that's impossible. But that a man is accused of harassing a woman. We have seen so many cases where a sexually harassed person, mostly in Nigeria, they don't even come out to talk. So when you see somebody come out to talk, we're not saying believe them without proof. We're just saying do not shut them up. Allow them their day in court. Allow them prove their case. Encourage them. Stand by them until you are sure that this one is lying. No. And then let the punitive measures for false accusations be meted to them. Simple.
Okay, so much you can take.
And that's all. Do well to like, comment, and engage across all social media handles at Enterprise TV 7. Also visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Thank you for joining this week. We see you next time. Bye for now.
Middlemen.